We recently created a video on Instagram. We got so many questions on ban of foreign buyers in Canada starting from 1st of January 2023. In this video, we are going to answer all your questions. What is this ban about? If you are on work permit, if you are a student, if you are a refugee, what are the exceptions you have? Whatever properties still are exempted under this regulations? What are the areas are impacted if you are a PR holder? What about if your spouse is on work permit? We'll answer all your questions in this video and how it's going to impact our real estate market with this ban. Hello friends, my name is Mandeep Dhesi. I'm leading a team of more than 40 successful real estate agents. I'm licensed in Ontario and Alberta. What is this ban about? This ban is for non-Canadians where they'll be prohibited to buy properties for next 2 years in Canada. But why all of a sudden this ban came into existence? This came from Liberal promise when they were running for the federal elections to curb unproductive foreign ownership. Why? Because they want to increase housing affordability in Canada. They don't want foreign money to be injected into Canadian real estate market. This ban applies to all non-Canadians except if you are a Canadian citizen, if you are a PR holder, or you are a person registered under the Indians Act. This is for indigenous people. Even this ban applies to the corporations which are privately held or which are controlled by someone who is a non-Canadian. Ban applies to residential properties for buildings having up to 3 dwelling units. For example, if you are buying a detached which is having a legal basement, this will be counted as 2 units and you will be banned to buy that. But if you are buying a 4plex, definitely it is not covered under this ban. There is also exceptions to the regulation in which area you are buying that. If you are part of a area which is located in census metropolitan area, the cities which have more than 100,000 of population, or you are part of census agglomeration where you have population of 10,000, so you will be banned to buy this residential properties in those areas. But if you are buying outside of this, nobody cares about that. Similarly, this ban also applies to vacant lands which doesn't have any unit, this means doesn't have any house on it, and which is zoned for residential used or mixed use, and it's also located in that census metropolitan area or in census agglomeration area. For example, if you are planning to buy a property in London or in Windsor, or you are planning to buy in Calgary, Alberta, BC, specifically in Vancouver, you'll be banned to buy that. But if you are buying in suburbs and smaller towns, this ban doesn't apply. Now let's talk about the exceptions to this rule. If you are a student studying in Canada, you don't have any status as permanent status or a Canadian citizenship, there are exceptions to this regulation. This means if you are buying your property in 2023, for the last 5 years you have been in Canada and you have filed those taxes, plus in each of those years, for the last 5 years, you have been stayed physically in Canada for 244 days, and the property that you are buying, the purchase price should not exceed 500,000. Further, in the last previous years, you haven't bought any property in Canada. Can you purchase property on work permit? Definitely, there are exceptions to this regulation. First of all, you need to have a valid work permit. Secondly, you need to have worked as full-time in the previous 3 years out of the 4 years you had the work permit. Plus, you should have filed the taxes for at least 3 years in the previous 4 years tenure you have stayed in Canada on work permit. Also, the last one is you have not purchased any residential property in the previous years. Plus, to add on that, if you are on refugee status, you are still exempted from this ban. What about if one of the spouse is a PR and the other person is on work permit? Can they still qualify to buy a property in Canada? Definitely. If you talk about in October, we had that non-resident speculation tax was introduced in Ontario, under which you have to pay a penalty of 25% tax when you're purchasing a property here. But there is an exemption to this rule which comes under spousal exemption, where one of the spouse is a Canadian citizen or a permanent resident, you will be exempted from this tax. What about if you are a PR holder or you become on PR or citizen in future? So this ban is not related to somebody who get a status in the future. It is related to as of today. Either you don't have any status in Canada, like you are on student, you have work permit, you are refugee. So those people it's banned, or you have never lived in Canada, you are an outside foreign buyer. So this tax is applicable to them. And another one, what are the penalties you have to pay? Still you don't obey this tax, definitely as per the regulations that will be treated as a criminal offense if you are non-Canadian. Still you are engaging in buying or selling of the properties in Canada, where you have a maximum penalty of 10,000 and your properties might be sold and you won't be given any profit out of that. So how this ban is going to impact and solve the housing problem in Canada? In 2019 or 2020, only 4% of the people were non-resident who were buying properties in Canada. So now you can imagine how much impact we will have with this ban on the Canadian housing affordability issue, where in the next 3 years, predictability is more than 1.5 million people will be landing here, and the constructions are always delayed in Canada, maybe because of lengthy approval processes or delayed construction because of shortage of material. So that will be a tricky situation to understand. But on the other side, we can say there are a lot of other benefits being introduced for the first time home buyers. Apart from RRSP or TFSA account, there's a new account that is introduced which is called tax-free home savings account. Under this, you can as Canadians you can contribute up to 8,000 per year to the account, which can be invested, and then you get a tax benefit out of it. The funds can be used as a down payment when you're purchasing your first home. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have further questions, do post the comments below, and obviously if you want us to make more videos of such value which can impact your understanding of Canadian economics, a Canadian real estate business, do like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you till the next video.